You ready to learn how to add beads, bells, and buttons to your crochet projects? Stay with me and I'm going to teach you how. Well, hello everybody. It's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you fun, exciting crochet tutorials. And I am slowly starting to get requests, and that makes me ever so happy. I think this is my second request, and the request is on how to add beads and bells to your crochet projects. I know this is all looks like buttons, but believe it or not, I have some decorative bells in there. This is just how I store my buttons, because every time I catch a good deal, I buy more. So this is going to slowly fill up. So this is my bells, and this is my beads. Now, the one thing I want to talk to you about with the beads is you need a needle, a darning needle, that's going to go through the hole of the bead. Now, my whole lid broke, and I caught this at a yard sale for $2. Can't beat that. But I want to explain. If you want to use really small beads with, I don't know if you can see it too well, with tiny little openings, a standard size darning needle is just not going to go through that at all. You will definitely need smaller. Let's see if I have any. You will definitely need smaller size hooks, okay? So that's one thing that you need to know. And for the but if you use beads with this the bigger opening, it's not a problem. Also, if you want to add, let's say a fun button, or here's my bells, you can add whatever you want, but you need to make sure that when you're buying buttons, bells, beads, anything, you can even add a pom-pom to them, okay? You can add whatever you want, but you need to make sure you understand the thickness of the yarn that you're going to be crocheting with, and you need to make sure you understand the hole size in your beads and bells and buttons, because you're going to need, some of them you're just going to need bigger openings or smaller darning needles. But if you're using like really thick yarn, then you need to do accordingly, because the thicker the yarn and the smaller the opening that you have to go through, it's not going to go. So this is something that you actually kind of need to play around with. But me playing around with yarn, I mean, I have my days that are good where all my projects come together 1, 2, 3, and then I'll have days and days and days where I think I got it, then I'm halfway through it and spent hours on it, and it didn't work out. But you know what's amazing? When you do finish those projects that you designed on your own, you feel so good about yourself. So, so good. So that's the one thing I want to talk about. And please, please be careful having beads and bells and stuff like that around. If you have young children, if you have animals, cats, dogs, be very aware of making sure they don't get into the wrong hands, because these are all choking hazards and you just don't want that. So the example I'm going to be doing this on, I've chosen white yarn because it'll be easier for you to see. This is a ball that I made, and look, it's a center pull. I do have a video on this. So if you're interested, please comment below on how to do the center pull balls. They're great. This way you don't have to worry about rotating your yarn ball all around and all that good jazz. So anyway, now I am going to just, you can do additions on single crochet, half doubles, doubles, trebles, the popcorn stitch, the puff stitch, the shell stitch, all of them. You can add this stuff. So this is universal. If you're doing a specific stitch and you just don't know how to add something, let me know. I will be more than happy to do a tutorial for you, or if we need to chat through Facebook. However we need to make it happen, I'm here. I'll help you. I got you. All right, so I'm going to just start with a standard slip knot, and I just happen to be using a 5mm hook. Let me tell you, these clover hooks, they rock. They rock. They're good. They're comfortable in the hand. Plus, 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 plus. If you can do it, I do highly recommend them. So I'm going to just do a chain here. Oh, I skipped the most important part. Before I even start crocheting, you have to know what project you're doing. You have to know the order of the bells, the beads, the buttons that you're going to add to your project. All right. So when you start adding this stuff, you work from the top of the project down. So say at the top of the project, I want 2 bells. No, at the top of the project, I want a button. Then a little bit further down, I want the bells. And then a little further down, I want the beads. Whatever order you want them in, you need to start at the top of the project and work your way down. Now, when I say top, I mean where you're going to be ending the project. That starts at the top. The beginning part of the project is closer to you, okay? So, like, if we're starting, what needle do I need? I hope this one might work. Let me get this threaded. Okay. So, one of the pieces at the very top of the project I'm going to do is my button. So here's the button facing me. I turn it upside down and I yarn through it and hold it. Just put it down on my project. Then I said, let's do 2 bells. What color do I want to be second to last? I'll do this pretty purplish pink. And look, my needle won't work on that. So that means I definitely got to go to the smaller hook. Let me see if I can get it threaded. I'm telling you, that's one of my biggest obstacles. Be right back. The magic of videos, and it's threaded. Okay, so say the next bell I want is to be this one from the top. So put that bell on. And then I want this bell. Then I want 2 beads. Then I want another bell. And in another bead. So these items, you're just going to have to slide down your working yarn until you're ready to use them. But they need to be on the yarn for you to be able to successfully add them to your project. All right, now that I got the important part done, we can start with a slip knot. And then I'm going to do a chain. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm going to just single crochet. I don't want to add any stuff, me personally, to the bottom of this. So I'm just going to go across. see, as I'm crocheting, stuff come up, but you just push it down. No big deal. Now I'm going to do a row of single crochet, adding something, then I'll do a row of half double crochet, adding something, and then I'll do a treble row of adding something. And if I have enough stuff here, I can show you how to do a popcorn stitch or a puff stitch on how to add something. Now, if you want to add something right on the end, here, you would pull your item down. See it? Turn. Now, push it down and push it up. Oh, we have to chain one. I apologize. Chain one. Push it down. And the next crochet stitch. See, I have it on the right side of my hook. Go through. And there's your bead added. And then you can continue to crochet. Now, if you want that bead on the other side, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. If you want that bead, there we go. If you want that bead on the wrong side of your project, you push it down before you chain one. All right. And then you do your single crochet. See how it's on the front? But that's on the end, and me, that's not me. So I'll chain one, turn my work. I'll do a couple stitches. And here's where I want my bead. Now, if you're in the middle of the project, you have two choices. You can push it forward and do a single crochet. Or if you want it on the right side, you keep it behind your crochet hook because they're on the wrong side. And you crochet like that. Let me do another couple of crochets so you can see what I mean. That is your bead on your project. Now, there's another way you can do this stuff. Let me get to the end of this row. Now I'm going to do half doubles. Chain two. A half double here, a half double here, and another half double here. Okay. Now I'm going to push up my next item, which is a bell. So before you even start your project, you push it forward, you wrap your hook and pull it off to the side. Okay. And there we are. And you do your half double. Now, doing it the way I'm showing you, it is really attached. It's fully attached to your project. Okay, so that is how you add a bead to a half double stitch. So let me work my way down. And you just crochet normally over those stitches when you're going over top of the beads that you added to the row below. Okay. Okay. And turn and chain 3. That counts as a double crochet. So in the next stitch, we'll do a double crochet and a double crochet. Now, I want to add a bead. I slide my next bead down. Now, I wanted this, all these beads to be on the front, but if you want them on the back, you just push them forward, okay? But since I want it on the front, right there it is. I wrapped the hook, but it's on the yarn, working yarn before, okay? I go into the stitch, that's my moose, and I do a double. See? Now, there's another way people do this. What they'll do is they'll start their double. They'll go in and do the first leg of the double. And they push it forward and they wrap. They bring it the rest of the way over. And by doing it that way on the second part of your double, second part of your double, it's straight, it's closer to the top, but it's straight forward. It's a different design from the single crochet. So if you see the single crochet, it's vertical, but on the double at the top, it's horizontal. Okay. So I'll take this out. Now I'm doing it at the base. Now it's more in between the two stitches. See what I mean? It looks like it fits there. And it's vertical. So you have to decide where in your stitch, at the very beginning or at the last stitch, part of the last end of that stitch, they're going to put it. That really plays a huge part. This is where you can play around. You can have fun. You can figure out, oh, I like it this way. Nope, I don't like it that way. And you just play with it until you get it to where you're happy with. And then you proceed. So even when you get on top of the other rows where your bells and buttons are, you just crochet your normal stitch, whatever you're working on, over top of them. Ah, the moose. That's my puppers. All right. Now let's move on to trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a treble in the next stitch. Now the same theory applies even when you're doing trebles. I like them at the beginning of my stitch. Because of that fact, I bring it forward. There's my button. I wrap it twice, once and two. Make sure you have that pulled forward, okay? Go in. See? But when you're doing trebles are a higher stitch, so they're a little looser, just so you know. Now, if you don't like that, you can also do your treble. So go through once, go through twice, and then you can bring that up, wrap, go through, push it forward, and do your next treble. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So it's all in your likes and dislikes. It's going to be different for everybody, but that's what makes adding this stuff to your projects so much fun. You can do it however you wish. Mamos, say hi to everybody. All right. I think he's worried that somebody's eating food out there and he's not out there with them. He likes food. 1, 2, and 3. Let me let him out. Okay, he's happy now. All right, so now we're going to turn. Let's see, what stitch do I want to do now for you? We'll do a double in the first one, just to have an edge. And we'll do a double in the second one. So now let's watch what I do with these popcorn. So let's do 5 double crochets in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? Then take that out. Count back 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. Bring it together. Okay. Then what I do is I move my item that I want. And the next stitch I'm going to do just a standard double. You could do another popcorn if you wanted. Let's say the next stitch I'm going to do another popcorn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I keep going off camera, and I apologize. And go back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Pop it forward. I didn't do something right. Three, 4, and 5. 5. There we go. Pull through. Pop it. Here's my next one. And then I proceed just to do double crochets the rest of the way across. And that, see how the bells go when doing your stitches. And as you can see, when you're doing a treble, these float back and forth. These are very solid on the front, okay? So, just something to think about. Let's do the button. So I'm gonna just do double crochets here. And say this is where I want my button, right in between those two bells. Push it forward. Do your double crochet. Finish double crocheting across. And you have to situate it where you want it. But look, there's the car. So it's buttons, bells, and beads. This is all wonky because I used many different stitches. But as you can see, when you're doing the single crochet and the half double, they stick on there really, really good. When you do the double and the treble, the double and the treble, they get a little loose. But when you're doing your puff stitches or popcorn stitches, they're solid. And there's your button. If you have any trouble understanding this and you need just a little more help, or even a lot more help, let me know. I will happily do another video, or if we need to chat through Facebook, I'll be happy to help you in any way I can. Thank you for this request. You really made my day. Until next time, happy crocheting, everybody. And if you could, can you please hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom? And come find us on Facebook. We greatly appreciate it. Have a safe day. Take care. Bye.